Okay, one of my favorite sections in this whole unit is interior angles, because you get to use a formula. So an interior angle means that you have two chords, remember these chords, and they cross each other, and this is the angle right here, or here, either one. And if you notice, these chords have arcs in between them. So if this is the angle, that's the arc, and this is another arc on the other side. And the reason we can use both arcs is because these angles are equal because of the vertical angles. So we just call them arc 1 and arc 2, and it doesn't matter which one, at least at this point. Later we'll talk about when it does matter. And it's just this formula right here. So arc 1 plus arc 2 is double the angle. So if you notice here, we just need to figure out what our arc 1 is, what our arc 2 is, and what our angle is. So in this case, our angle was the 119 because it's right in the middle of the circle. So then we're going to say arc 1, let's say, is this guy. And arc 2, if you look on the other side of that angle, is the 70. So just plug it in. So question mark plus 70 equals 2 times 119. So you just solve that through. So we get 238. So our question mark ends up being 168 degrees. Pretty simple. Let's look at it when it has x's though on the next one. So what I want you to do right now is write down which one's the angle, which one's arc 1, and which one's arc 2. And the biggest thing is figuring out the angle. That's the most important. So go ahead and pause the video and try that right now on your own. Okay, the angle is right here, 16x plus 11. And then the arc, let's say that one's arc 1, so 195. And then on the other side of that angle, it goes 8x minus 5 is arc 2. I'm just going to put that in parentheses. Okay, go ahead and set up the equation we had earlier and see if you can solve it all the way through to x. And pause the video, and then we'll check your work. Okay, you should have gotten 195 plus 8x minus 5 equals 2 times 16x plus 11. So I kind of like to just put each piece in its own little parentheses. You make sure you distribute, or if you have a negative to distribute. So here we get 8x plus 190 equals 32x plus 22. So we're going to move the x's over. We're also going to move these numbers over, just to opposite sides. So we get 168. And then we're just going to find x and get 7. So make sure you got that. If you did not, definitely ask me how I got that answer then if you're stuck on any of those steps. And then the last thing, STR is an angle. So S to T to R is this angle right there. So we're going to plug it back in. And that little marker is an angle. So the equation is 16x, which we know, plus 11. So our final answer, let me just do that really quick, is 123. And that's it for 11.3. Make sure you also watch 11.4 tonight.